phrase or a few terms that I think we jointly developed a few years back was this concept of growth, wealth, and exit. And what are the drivers of a sale? And I suppose that it's one thing to think, well, what am I looking for as a business owner? Am I looking for growth? Am I looking for just wealth, or am I looking to get out? In your experience, what are the real drivers of when is the partial sale the right thing, and when is the full exit the right thing? And how do you approach those things in different ways when you've got that type of client who maybe fits into one of those blocks?
Oh, it's interesting. I think part of it is, I think a lot of business owners don't actually know themselves. So you've kind of got to work through the process to get there. And most of, businesses that we're dealing with now that are trading really, really well have still, have got a very exciting growth trajectory. It all comes down to where the business owner is, the value they've taken off the table, and kind of those quadrants we spoke about to say, well, is it time? Have I got succession? Have I got energy? What role do I want to play as part of this exit strategy? And then to look at what they actually need. Because sometimes it's just a check, which is, one element. He or she wants to take some value off the table. At other times it's a new set of skills, channels to market, whatever it may be. So it's starting with what are the real needs of the business owner, and then reverse engineering into what does this thing need to look like. Because if you decide today you want to sell partial or in full, it's going to take 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And often you can go to market and the market may have a different view, and that's the power of getting that insight. So it's definitely an iterative process, but you've almost got to do a little bit of analysis of the business owner's own position, as well as what the trajectory looks like.
Yeah, and I think the other sort of message that I often have to give to clients at the beginning, because they, so often, particularly when people are used to that kind of traditional approach of selling, they want to go to market and say, I'm looking for this. I want to sell 75% and I want this price and I want to be out within 2 years. And they're trying to put all the terms down. But I think something we've developed is this idea of open the door pretty wide, because even you as the business owner don't necessarily know what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you've got to go to market and say, we're looking for anything from a 40% to 100% deal. And let's wait and see who comes through the door. Because the moment I say 100%, I might lose some people who I could have convinced to get to 100. Or if I say only 60%, geez, there might be some guys who would only look at 100, and I lose them, when in fact, if I got them further down the line, maybe I could negotiate them back to what I'm looking for.
I mean, if you take that real example of the distributor deal that we did in Bloemfontein, the original mandate was 100%.
Yeah.
So we went to market up to 100%. When the right partner came to the table, the sons got excited to say, well, we can actually build something incredible. We want to now retain 22%. So you're right. You've got to keep it as broad as possible, and don't try and preempt what the market's going to say.